Today's video, I'm going to talk about eyebrows. There are several ways to do your eyebrows. You can fill them in, or you can just leave them be and maybe just use brow gel to keep them in place. It really depends on what your style is, but whatever style you choose, having a clean eyebrow shape and clean eyebrows is key. So when it comes to eyebrows, there's a couple of things you should keep in mind. I'm going to do a separate video on how to shape your brows. Today I'm just going to talk about how to fill them in. There's three ways you can fill in your eyebrows. You can use eyeshadow, you can use a brow pencil, or you can use a brow gel. For either of those options, there's still some rules that you need to keep in mind. So today I'm going to demonstrate using eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using a small angled eyebrow pencil brush. I like this one because the hairs on the brush are a little bit stiffer and the head of the brush is smaller, so it helps to kind of go in and fill in the brows easier. So to get the shape of your brow, there's three parts: the beginning, the highest point, and at the end. To figure out where your eyebrow should start, what you want to do is you want to take something thin like this so you can line up by the side of your nostril up to your brow. That line, that point right there, that is where your eyebrow should be starting. Now, if your eyebrow doesn't start at that point, say it starts a little bit farther back, what you want to do when you're filling in your brows, you want to fill in from that point and then bring it into your natural brow. So that's the beginning point. From here, that's where your eyebrow should start. The next point, if you hold your pencil right in the side of your nostril and create a line so the pencil is going right through the center of your iris, that's where the highest point should be. Just right there. So again, when you're tweezing or trying to shape your brow, that's where you want to aim for the highest point to be. So you want to create that line going upwards. And then for the end, you want to hold the pencil the side of your nostril and the end of your eye, and if you just bring it up, that's where your eyebrow should end. So when I'm penciling in or I'm using eyeshadow to fill in, I'm going to bring the line down so it can match up to that point. And that's it. Those are the 3 points to consider when you're filling in. So the color I'm going to use to fill in my brows is a color by MAC. It's called Omega, and it looks like this. So using my angle brush, the first part you want to start at when you're filling in your brow is right at the highest point, because that's the part of the brow that you want to be the most defined. So I'm just going in just to create that shape right at that highest point. Let me zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better. And then I'm just carrying that color down. And again, as I was saying earlier, since my eyebrow is a little bit short, we want it to basically go up to there. So you're going to extend the color to go up to that point. You could always use eyebrow gel after. If you have thicker brows like mine, eyebrow gel is great. It just keeps all the hairs in place. Next step, you want to start at the front. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my camera right now. Anyways, you want to start right at the beginning of your brow. Fill that in. And I'm just using feathering strokes. And you can create like a nice line right on around the shape to make the shape look even more perfect. I like to brush the hairs up too so I can see where they naturally fall. If you make any mistakes at any point, just take a Q-tip to do any cleanup. And there you go. So that's the difference between a filled-in eyebrow, which is a lot stronger, and then one that's just left. Hasn't been filled in yet. So of course it's up to you. You know, some people don't like having very defined brows. I think it's great for an evening look, especially if you're doing something like a smoky eye. Nice strong brows is always a nice look. Even if you're doing, you know, a lighter eye and a nice red lip, strong brows can be a nice finishing touch. But if you don't want to fill them in and you just want to let them be, just take brow gel and just brush it in through the hair, and just to keep the hairs in place. For myself, my eyebrows are already quite thick. You can't really tell on the camera, but if I don't fill them in, you can see in between the hairs. So filling them in does help. And it also is great if you want to try to define the shape of your brow. Filling them in is fantastic for that. Now, if you were using a brow pencil, one by MAC that's really great, it's called Lingering. This color is great for most people. The pencil is a little bit thicker and it's more waxier, so it's great for eyebrows. It's pretty much the exact same idea. You're starting at the highest point and then you want to carry it out as far as you need to, and then you're starting at the beginning, filling it in, and then just creating the lines as you need to make that eyebrow look perfect. And then if you're using a brow gel, again, it's a very similar concept. This one is called Show Off. It's by MAC, and this one's great for brunettes. It matches most skin tones if you're a brunette. And the same concept, starting from the highest point, and then you're just brushing it into the hair, just brushing it in. And then you could also brush it in to create that line a little bit longer. So that's basically it for eyebrows. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this side, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've gone ahead and filled in my other eyebrow, and now they're both done, and that's basically the idea. What you want to do is you want to match your eyebrow, whatever eyeshadow or brow gel or brow pencil that you're using. You want to match it as close as possible to your natural hair color, and it's safer to always go lighter than darker if you're not too sure. So if you're not too sure about the color, just go with the lighter color just to be on the safe side. And yeah, I'll do another video on how to shape your brow, but that's the basic idea for now. If you guys have any questions, message me, and good luck filling in those brows. Bye!